Hello mates, welcome to Full Stack Java Developer. Today we are going to start here new series. This series for Full Stack Java Developer interview question answer. And here we are going to cover up the freshers as well as experience level interview. And the tech stack we are going to cover up here start with like core Java, then SQL concepts, Spring Boot, microservices, and tool wise we are going to cover up Apache Kafka, Docker, Kubernetes, Swagger, Postman API, Gitav. There are lots of tools we are going to cover up. And the front end is React.js. Then today we have here Gitanjali Yadav and we are going to cover up here like this is full stack Java developer interview. Hi Gitanjali.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please give me your resume and brief me about yourself.
Hi, sir. My name
Hello.
is Gitanjali Yadav and I am from Pune. I have completed my bachelor's from Pune University and I am currently pursuing MCA from the Pimpri-Chinchwad College of Engineering. Throughout my academics, I have gained skills in Java, Spring Boot, microservices. I have recently interned at Sellable Technologies in the React.js domain. I have also gained experience working on various projects that consist of Java tech stack. In my free time, I enjoy reading self-help books. I also do fitness yoga. That's a bit about. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's great to know. Gitanjali will start with the core Java first and
Yes.
then we'll come up with the SQL, then Spring Boot, and then we'll come up with some tools as well. And at the end we'll come up with the React.js.
Okay, sir.
Then first question for you, explain 4 pillars in OOPS.
Yes. So OOPS stands for Object-Oriented Programming. There are four pillars in OOPS: abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Abstraction means hiding internal details and showing functionality. For example, a phone call. We do not know the internal processing of the phone, but we are able to make a call. Second is encapsulation, wrapping up of a data into a single unit. For example, a capsule is bound with different kinds of medicine, and technical example of encapsulation would be a plain old Java object class that consists of private data members, and we provide public getter setter methods in order to access those variables. Next is polymorphism, ability of a function to take many forms. Polymorphism itself is a Greek word, and poly means many, morphism means forms means function, functions means methods. So there are two types of polymorphism: compile time and runtime. Last is inheritance. Inheritance means acquiring properties of the parent class. So there are 5 types of inheritance: single, multiple, multi-level, hybrid, and hierarchical. In Java, multiple and hybrid inheritance is not supported because of diamond problem.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we'll come up with the next question. Differentiate interface versus abstract class in Java.
Okay. So till JDK 7, we had only abstract methods, but from JDK 8, we are able to implement two non-abstract methods in interface, that is static and default. Abstract class can implement both abstract as well as non-abstract methods. Interface and abstract class both cannot be instantiated, that is the similarity. Interface supports to constructor, abstract class does not support to constructor. In interface, methods are public, and in abstract class, methods may or may not be public, final, static. In abstract class, variables are declared as public, static, and final, but in abstract class it may or may not be declared as public, final, and static. So if we want to declare an interface, we use interface keyword. If we want to declare a class as abstract, we use abstract keyword.
Okay. And interface extends or implements.
Interface extends,
Mhm.
class extends, and interface class implements.
Okay, great. Now come up with the next question. Explain me what is solid principle in Java.
Okay, so solid principles is an object-oriented approach that we use in software development. So S stands for single responsibility. It states that one class should have only one and one responsibility. O stands for open closed principle. And software should be open for extension but closed for modification. L stands for Lisco substitution. Derived types, it states that derived types must be completely substitutable for their base types. I stands for interface segregation. It states that clients should not be forced to implement things that they are not going to use in future. And the last, D stands for dependency inversion. So the code should depend on abstractions, not on concretions.
Okay, coming to next question. What is exception and how to handle the exception in Java?
Yes. So exception is an abnormal condition that it interrupts the normal flow of the program. And exception is a class that comes from java.lang package. The immediate parent class of exception is throwable. There are two types of exceptions, checked exception and unchecked exception. Checked exception is also known as compile time exception, and the examples of compile time exceptions are IO exception, SQL exception.
Yeah.
Next is unchecked exception, and it is also known as runtime exception because it is because without handling this, the program will fail.
The example
is arithmetic exception, null pointer exception. We have 5 blocks to handle these exceptions: try, catch, finally, throw, and throws. So try, whatever the exceptional code is there that generates error will be added in the try block, and we catch that exception in the catch block. Throw is used for system user defined exception, and throws is used for system generated exception. Finally is always executes.
Okay, like there are those 5 blocks, right? Try, catch, throws, and finally.
Yes.
Great. Okay. And sometimes what happen in interview, they are going to ask the questions like differentiate throw versus throws as well, right? Yes. Like by using throw, we are able to create the custom exception, and throws system generated exception.
System generated.
And throw we declare like inside method, and throw that it of method declaration. Yes. And in throw will handle only one exception at a time, but in throws will handle multiple exception by comma separated. And throw it called like explicitly, throws it called implicitly.
Yes.
Now come up with the next question, and this is like very easy question for you, and this is very like commonly asked interview question in string. Differentiate equal to versus dot equals method.
Okay, so equal to and dot equals both are used for equality checks in Java. So equal to is an operator, and in primitive types like int, char, boolean, it simply checks the values and returns a boolean result on the basis of the value that is being checked. And in objects, it checks the reference, whether the reference of that object is pointing to the same memory location or not. Whereas dot equals is a method, it checks the content of the variable, or we can say object. So if, for example, if you have string s1 equal to new string hello and string s2 equal to new string hello, the content of both the strings is same here. And if I write s1 equal to s2, it will return false because the value is not being checked, the reference is being checked. And if I write s1 dot equals s2, then it will return true because in this case the values is being checked.
Correct. I will add some add-on points here actually. Like whenever you are going to create like variable like string s1 equal to Java, then this is the literal, it means variable. It always goes to SCP, like string constant pool. And whenever you are using new keyword, it means like we are creating the object, it will go to heap area. Then suppose I am giving s2 equal to new string Java, then s1 we have created the literal, it means variable, it goes to SCP, and s2 is a object, it goes to heap. That's why equal to, right, we are using there. It compares the like references, you can simply say address. The address is different, that's why it's false. And whenever you are using dot equals method, then value, it means content are same, that's why it will print the true. Okay.
Yes.
Now come up with the next question, and this is very commonly asked interview question, and without that, like we are not going to develop the Java application as well. This is collection.
Okay.
Then Gitanjali, explain collection framework in detail.
Okay, Sam.
Yeah.
So collection is a class, and collection is an interface, and collections is a class. It is basically a group of objects. So there are many different types of collection interfaces in Java. We have map interface, we have iterable interface. So apart from this, I would like to mention 3 main interfaces: list, set, and map.
Okay. In list there are 2 classes, right? Array list, linked list.
Yes.
Then set have hash set, tree set. Map
Yes.
have hash map, tree map, right? Okay. I will add on some more points here actually.
Okay.
See, collection, it is a group of object. Collection itself interface in Java, and collections is a class. Then see, in collection there are 3 important interfaces: list, set, map. List allows the duplication of data. Set, it is a uniqueness. Map, it is a key value pair. Key must be unique, and value allows the duplicate. And all coming from java.util package. Then in list there are 2 classes: array list and linked list. Array list follows DDL, linked list follows DML. Then here I want to say like array list is more suitable for read operations and linked list is more suitable for manipulations. It means insert, update, delete. Then again question comes, why array list is more suitable for read operations? Array list, following the indexing order. Then if you want to fetch data, particular index location, we are able to get the data directly, right? Then real-time example, if you are using PhonePe, Google Pay, yeah, if you are using ICC mobile, iMobile app, right? If you are using SBI like Yono app, whenever you are trying to check account balance, go ahead with the array list because array list is more suitable for read the data. Check account balance, it means we are reading the account balance itself, right? Yes. And whenever you are transferring the funds, then go ahead with the linked list. Transferring, it means some updations like manipulations happens there. Coming to set it is a uniqueness. There are two classes in set, hash set and tree set. Hash set, it does not maintain the order. Tree set follows the order. Then hash set, it allows one null element. If you are adding more than one null element, last one override the first one. And tree set, it does not allow any null element. If you are adding, it will give us null pointer exception. Now comes to next, and this is the last, like map. Map, it is a key value pair. In map, key must be unique and value allows the duplicate. In map, there are two classes available like hash map and tree map. Then see, hash map, it does not maintain the order. Tree map itself follows the order on the basis of key. Alphanumeric. For numeric, it will give us the more priority. And hash map, it allows one null key and it allows multiple null values. And tree map, there is no null key, but it allows multiple null values. And accordingly, there is available like linked hash set. Linked hash set, you can simply consider this is non-synchronized and it follows the insertion order. We have linked hash map as well. Linked hash map also non-synchronized. It follows the insertion order. This is key value pair. Then whatever features in hash map, all features are available in linked hash map as well because it's extending the property from hash map. And then coming to next, like concurrent hash map, right? Then concurrent hash map, it is used in multi-threading environment to achieve thread safety. And itself like fail-safe iterator class. In Java, there are two classes that are the fail-safe iterator, copy on write array list and concurrent hash map. And concurrent hash map, it does not allow any null key or value like hash table, right? Yes. Then now coming to next question. Next question, this is again very commonly asked interview question. Differentiate finally and finalize.
Okay. So final is a keyword and final can be a variable, it can be a class, it can be a method. So final, once we declare a variable with final, it cannot be reinitialized. Value once assigned cannot be changed. Final is a class and it cannot be extended. Final is a method and it cannot be overridden. Next, finally is a block. It is used in exception handling and it always executes. The real-time use case of finally block is we can add Hibernate session close or DB connection close code inside finally block.
It means like important code snippets also we are able to add within finally block, right? Because
yes.
Why? Exception occurs or not occurs, finally always goes to execute. That's why.
But
we have, yeah, go ahead please.
In one case it will not execute. That case is when you add a system.exit in try block.
This is the odd scenario. Only that case finally block does not execute. This scenario is if you are adding in try block system.exit 0, then finally block does not execute, right? And the next one is finalize method. Go ahead please.
Yes, finalize is a method. It is used for garbage collection in Java. Garbage collection is a process of removing unused space and making that space available for JVM. So we can just initialize the object as null and call system.gc method and garbage collection will be performed.
Yeah, I want to add here some add-on points because we have like number of users like they are from college campus as well. Then see, in college campus you are learning the C++ language. C supposed to destructor,
yes.
But Java does not support. Destructor, it means destroy the object. In Java we have available garbage collection and for that we are calling system.gc method. Itself inbuilt available in Java. How? Because system is a Java class coming from .lang package. And itself gc method available, right? Yes. Then by referencing the object as null and calling system.gc, we are able to achieve the garbage collection in Java, like clean up the space, clean up the memory there, right? Yes.
Okay.
Now coming to next question, how to create the custom immutable class in Java?
Yes, so immutable means we cannot modify it. So in order to create an immutable class in Java, we will declare that class with final keyword. All the mutable fields like variables will be declared with private keyword and final keyword. And instead of using setter, we can use constructor for more safety.
Okay, great. Coming to next question, what is serialization in Java?
Okay, Serialization is a process of converting objects into byte stream. It is implemented by serialization can be implemented with the help of serializable interface, and it is a marker interface in Java. It does not provide any methods, and if you want some variable or some object to not get serialized, you can simply use the transient keyword in that case.
Okay, perfect. I want to add some add-on points because the real-time use case also sometimes in interview they're asking, right? Then see, when we are going to use serialization, day to day you also using email. Though freshers they are using Gmail, but those who are working with the corporates, they are using like official email ID, like you are working with TCS, Infosys, right? Then definitely if you want to share some data, then definitely this data it will be big size. You can simply consider you are going to convert into GIF folder there, right? It means you are doing GIF, and the GIF file you are going to attach with the email. It means we are going to compress the size. Why? Because this, like you can simply consider entire object we are going to convert into byte stream to reduce the size, and then we are sharing. And whenever you are trying to unzip it, it means deserialization, right? This is the real-time use case of our, you can simply say serialization, right? Marshalling, demarshalling, serialization, deserialization, GIF, unzip. This is the real-time use case here. Now come up with the next question, and the next question comes on thread concept.
Okay.
What is thread synchronization in Java?
Yes. So whenever two or more threads come into execution, there is a possibility of system to run into deadlock. So for that, only one thread should execute at a time. That is known as thread synchronization. Why we use thread synchronization is because it prevents thread interference, it prevents concurrency problems like race conditions, data inconsistency, and in Java, every object has an associated log with it, or we can say monitor. So be it a method or be it a block, whenever a synchronized keyword is used with an object, it enters into the critical section, and until and unless it releases the log, no other thread is allowed to enter that critical section. And in more complex scenarios, we have methods like wait, notify all, that ensures the inter-thread communication.
Okay, great. See, now we'll come up with the practical hands-on actually. For that perspective, I will give the problem statement, okay? You can simply use this back page to write the code actually.
Okay.
And this is very commonly asked interview question for freshers level as well, because Gitanjali here also fresher. Then see, the question is, you need to write the palindrome string program, but the use case, you not need to write the program within main method. You need to create the separate function, and function itself return type as a boolean.
Okay.
And don't use the fields. You can go to the ternary operator. Then take this page and write the logic.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I need only method actually. Return type as boolean and use the ternary operator.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll first write a method static boolean, and we'll name it is palindrome.
Yeah.
I'm passing a string input as a parameter.
Correct.
And we will initialize one string, empty string named reverse, implementing one for loop for traversing of the elements from back to front.
Correct.
So integer I input dot length -1, and the condition is I should be greater than or equal to 0 and I minus. We will decrement it.
Yeah.
So we are going to add each element from this input string into reverse string. So I'll write reverse is equals to reverse plus input dot caret I.
Okay, it means we are using caret I for this method, right there. Okay,
yes.
Great.
Now we have reverse string ready. We have to return it. So you mentioned that I have to use ternary operator.
Yes.
So first I'll check if input and reverse string matches or not. So I'll use dot equals over here.
Okay.
In that case, I'll return true, else I'll return false.
Okay. Like if it's positive impression, it will be true, and if it's negative, then it will be false, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, the code snippet is correct actually. Great. Now we'll come up with the next question, and we are going to start with SQL.
Okay, sir.
Okay, structured query language, like database. Some questions I will cover here.
Okay.
The first question: differentiate primary key versus unique key, and
Okay.
give me the like real-time example.
Okay.
Here, like we are using primary key, where we are using unique key. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
So primary key is not null and it does not allow duplicate values, and unique key can allow null and it can and the values should not be duplicate. So primary key is something that uniquely identifies the data record, but unique keys is something that does not really identify the unique record. It is just unique in the record and it can be null.
Correct.
Next is primary key supports auto increment, but unique key does not supports auto increment.
Correct.
There can be only one primary key in a table, but there can be multiple unique keys in a table. And real-time use case of primary key and unique key is that if you have a database of employee database of any company, on first day when you join, EMP ID is the thing that is mandatorily generated and it cannot be left null or empty. So other unique fields like contact, email, or PAN card, Aadhaar card, they can be null, but it does not uniquely identify the record. EMP ID is something that is unique to each candidate, so it cannot be left null.
Correct. Great. Then here Gitanjali already given the example. Like if you are going to join new company, then definitely first day itself, the company side, like they are going to generate your employee ID, and employee ID is not null. It means this is the primary key, you can simply say. And again, if new candidates comes, auto increment happens there, right? Yes, it means primary key supports for auto increment. It means you can simply consider EMP ID as a primary key. Now come up with the unique key here, like whatever you have suggested, like email ID, contact number, right? PAN card, Aadhaar card. Suppose we consider here email ID as a unique key, right? Then definitely you can simply say email we are not able to auto increment there. Correct. Then definitely that day of first, it's not mandatory to add the Aadhaar card, PAN card information. You can add it later as well. This is the best example of you can simply say unique key there. And then see, like primary key, within table one primary key, and within table there are number of unique key, like you can simply say email, Aadhaar card, PAN card, right? And contact number as well. Yeah. Then this is the great example we have covered here. Now come up with the next question. The question is again very commonly asked in SQL. What are the joins in SQL?
Okay, so join is a clause and it is used when you want to combine records of two or more tables. So we have four main types of joins: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join.
Yes.
So inner join is something that returns the matching records from the two tables. Left outer join returns all the records from left table and only the matching records from the right table. Right outer join returns all the records from right table and only the matching records from left table. And last is full outer join. It is not supported in MySQL, but in order to achieve it, we use the union operator and we write left outer join union right outer join. In that case, all the records from both the tables will be returned.
Correct. Now comes to next question: differentiate, delete versus truncate in SQL.
Okay. So delete is used when you want to delete one or more records, and delete supports where clause. Truncate is used when you want to delete all the records except the column names. And delete is DML command, whereas truncate is DDL command. Truncate is faster as compared to delete, and in case when you do not use where clause in delete, it becomes very dangerous and it can delete all the records from the table.
Okay, for that perspective, we are using delete from employee, right? Yes, it will delete all data.
Yes.
Correct. It means delete supports where clause, whereas truncate does not support, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay. Perfect. Then now this is the right time to ask some practical like question in SQL as well, right?
Okay.
Then Gitanjali, you need to take this page and you need to write the SQL query. Then here I am giving the like query. You need to write as fetch the second largest salary with name of employee. Yes.
Okay.
See, mostly in interview they are asking the question fetch second largest salary, but I am giving here some challenge as a freshers level as well, like fetch second largest salary with name, and don't use any limit actually. Okay.
Okay.
Without limit you can write it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You can use nested query as well. Yeah.
you mentioned that you want EMP name as well as EMP salary.
Yes.
So at first place I'll write select EMP name, EMP salary from employee, where EMP salary is equals to, here I'll write inner query,
Yeah, correct.
select max. Here we are going to find the max EMP salary.
Max is aggregate function, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
From employee, and here I'll again use inner query where EMP salary is less than, so it will return second largest, not just the largest one.
Correct. Correct. Go to me. See written here correct query as well. Like select EMP name, comma separated EMP salary from employee. Here EMP salary equal to select max EMP salary from employee. Here EMP salary is less than. Instead of less than, you are able to use not in as well, right? Yes. Great. Then again nested query is like you can simply say inner query there. Select max EMP salary from employee. Max is the aggregate function, right?
Yes.
There are 5 aggregate functions in SQL, right?
Yes.
Like min, max, average, sum and count.
Yes.
Okay, great. Then now come up with the next, and next we'll start with the framework interview questioning.
Okay.
Then see in framework we have available like Hibernate, DataGP, Spring MVC, Spring Boot, but as freshers level I will cover here Spring Boot questions. Okay, yeah. Then Gitanjali, tell me what is Spring Boot and why it's so popular, because it has great feature, right?
Yes.
You can go ahead and explain me in detail.
Yes. So Spring Boot is an open source Java based framework and it is used for software development, and within minutes we are ready to deploy a production ready application using Spring Boot. Some of the features that I know about Spring Boot is that it has auto configuration and embedded servers and support to embedded servers like JT, Undertow and Tomcat. So the main feature of Spring Boot is that it has Apache Tomcat enabled in it and by default, and no XML configuration is required. It has a DevTool dependency called live reload, so we are not supposed to restart application every time.
Correct.
Live reload takes care of it. Next is within minutes production ready application we are able to create. We also have Spring Initializer, a web application wherein an internal project structure is developed, and it becomes very easier for developers to have the structure ready. And other than these, many features related to logging, caching are available, and related to security are also available in Spring Boot.
Okay, like here we got like good answer as a freshers level with Anjali. Okay, I will add some add-on points here because this is very commonly asked interview question. See, what is Spring Boot? Spring Boot, it is a Java framework. Why it's so popular? Because of its great feature, and mostly Spring Boot we are using for controller layer to create the REST APIs, right? And we are able to create the web-based application.
Yes.
Then see what are the features in Spring Boot. First feature you can simply say inbuilt Tomcat server. It means we don't require the external like Tomcat to install and go ahead with that, right? Yes. Spring Boot itself available inbuilt Tomcat server. There are three embedded server available: Tomcat, JT, Undertow. But Tomcat is by default available. If you want to use JT, then you need to exclude the like Tomcat dependency from web dependency, and then you need to add JT, otherwise Undertow dependency, right?
Yes.
Second feature, what I like this feature, like I work with the Spring MVC as well in corporates. Then Spring MVC we need to do lots of XML configuration, and this is very headache for not only freshers, for experience level as well. Like lot of configuration file we need to manage there, right? Then Spring Boot happens like internally auto configuration. You can simply say no XML configuration. We don't require any XML configuration in Spring Boot.
Yes.
Now come up with the next. Again, this is you can simply say game changer feature in Spring Boot. Like DevTool dependency available there. Live reload the application. Like this is what I aware of that. Like this feature is not available in any server-side programming like Python, PHP, .NET. This feature available in Java, and itself like Spring Boot as a server-side technology. Then server-side, mostly we need to restart our application if you are doing any change. But Spring Boot, like we have total dependency and it will take care of live load the application. Then come up with the next question or next feature we are going to consider here. You can simply say within minute we are able to create the production ready application, like by using Spring Initializer, right?
Yes.
And the official URL start.spring.io. Here we are able to create the Spring Boot application there, right?
Yes.
And finally, impact on development. Development goes very faster. Then there are lots of features available like Spring Boot Actuator to monitor system health as well. Then we have available Numbug dependency to reduce the boilerplate code, right?
Yes.
Such a like great feature in Spring Boot. That's why Spring Boot is so popular, right? Yes. Now come up with the next question. Then see the next question is what Spring Boot application does internally.
Spring Boot application annotation. So it basically marks the class as the main, and if you do not add this application, the application will fail at the startup only. So it is like one point thing that can replace three other annotations, namely @component scan annotation, @enable auto configuration annotation, @Spring Boot configuration annotation. So instead of using these three annotations, only one single annotation can be used, that is @Spring Boot application.
And suppose if you are not using this annotation @Spring Boot application and you are not using those three as well, is it fine? Like it goes to work our program?
No sir, it will not even start.
It goes to failure on startup only, right?
Yes.
Okay, either it means you need to use those three annotations: Spring Boot configuration, enable auto configuration, and component scan.
Yes.
Otherwise, simply use single annotation Spring Boot application, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware of that? What is the like default class name there? Like Spring Boot application, you are using annotation, right? Then there is class is created by Spring Boot itself, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Are you aware of this name of class?
Yes sir. Whatever the name that we have given and
to our project, right?
Yes.
And ending with application.
Ending with application.
Correct. See, again, if you are trying for like Infosys interview, they mostly asking such a questions as well. Like what is the default class name of your Spring Boot application, right? Then your project name ending with application, right? Great. Now come up with the next question. What is the use of @value annotation in Spring Boot?
Yes. So @value annotation is used to inject values from the application.properties file or YAML file. It is also used to inject hard-coded or variables values in our project.
Okay, in short, we are going to say if you want to fetch any value from properties otherwise YAML, that time we are using @value, right?
Yes.
And the syntax we are using there, $sign symbol.
$sign symbol.
It will fetch the data there,
Yes.
right? Great. Then now come up with the next. And next question, we are going to start with microservices. As freshest level, we'll see how like they are. C goes to give the answer as well here. Okay. Then see, the question is, what is microservices, and explain the architecture of microservice.
Okay. So microservices is an architecture and it is an SDLC approach, and we follow it so that we do not need to worry about creating a whole application at once. We can just create small services, deploy them all independently, and these services will communicate with each other, and this is how large applications are built. So when two or more Spring Boot modules, or we can call them services, communicate with each other, we call it microservices architecture. So microservices architecture consists of five main things. First is API gateway. So traversing request and response comes under this module of the architecture. Second is Eureka server. So I have used Eureka. In this, all the services are registered as in instances. Next is Zipkin. Hystrix dashboard. It is used for monitoring the health of the system. Next is Zipkin, and it is used for log tracing of distributed services. And last is Sleuth. It is basically used to identify services and how they communicate with each other.
Okay, great. I will add some add-on points here as well. Okay. See, the microservice, it means two or more Spring Boot module. They are going to communicate with each other. Then see, for service communication, we have two options available: synchronous and asynchronous.
Yes.
In synchronous, we are using either RESTable or otherwise Fin client. But mostly we are using Fin client as a declarative interface approach. And the second, we have asynchronous. For that perspective, we are using Apache Kafka, right? Yes. Kafka, it is used for like streaming platform, right? Yes. Then see, like end user, it means you can simply say, like they are using either laptop, you can simply consider, right? Otherwise they are using mobile device. Then they are going to feed the request. this request comes on API gateway.
Yes.
Then API gateway is the single entry point for our application, right?
Yes.
Then API gateway traversing this request to particular services, and again there will be internal business logic happens like validation, processing, right? Yes. And again it will give us the response to API gateway, and the API gateway forwarding this again the response to end user, it means client. Either they are using mobile device, otherwise laptop, web page, you can simply consider, right? Yes. Then here we have Eureka server. All the instances are registered there. In Eureka server we are using Eureka server dependency, and the instances, it means client, you can simply say there we are using Eureka discovery client dependency.
Yes.
Then we have available here history dashboard to monitor system health, and again we have available Zipkin and Sleuth like to trace the distributed log, right? And if you want to trace the dependency, those are also possible by using Sleuth here, right? Yes. And API gateway itself, we are going to implement the fallback mechanism, like to handle the fault tolerance. You can simply say circuit breaker pattern we are going to implement there.
Okay.
There are 3 states available, right? What are those? Close, open, and half open, right?
Okay.
Those are the 3 states available there. Close, it means application is working as expected, you can simply say giving the response. Then open, it means you can simply say application is down, we are not getting the response. And half open, it means we are continuously hitting the application. If it giving the response, then you can simply say mark as close, and if it's not giving the response, then we'll consider as a open itself, right? Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm giving here best example of you are using PhonePe, Google Pay, right? Yes. Suppose you are transferring the funds. See, PhonePe, Google Pay don't have one bank actually. They are like, you can simply say register. They are going to register with like ICC Bank, HDFC, whatever, right? And then suppose you are trying to transfer the funds from PhonePe to your friend's account, and they are using HDFC, and your PhonePe you are using ICC. Then sometimes what happen? Amount is debited from your account, but it's not credited to friends, shop owners accounts. That time they are just going to say like message like partner bank server is down, right?
Okay.
Yes. Your money is safe, we're not going to worry about that, right? It means we have handled their fallback mechanism. It means fallback URI. If any service is down, we are just going to recall like this fallback URI, and we are saying this service is down, please wait, right? Yes.
Okay.
This is possible by using circuit breaker. By using, you can simply say fault tolerance. Yeah. Then now come up with the next, and next we'll start with the front end. You work
Okay,
with the
sir.
React.js as well, right?
Yes.
Then definitely we are also considering here full stack itself, like Java as a backend, and the front end is React.js. Yes. And database SQL, NoSQL, all we are using here, right? Yes.
Yes.
Then now we'll start with the React.js. Then tell me, Gitanjali, what is React.js and what are the features in React?
Yes. So React.js is a modern library,
Hmm.
JavaScript library, and it was launched in 2011 by Facebook. So the main features of React is that it follows component architecture, reusable code snippets are formed, and it becomes very easier for developer to reuse that code, and it lessens the lines of codes basically. Second is it uses JSX syntax internally. JSX stands for JavaScript XML. That means we are able to use HTML inside JavaScript. So that is also one of the best feature. One of the most important feature of React is that it supports virtual DOM, and it boosts the performance and efficiency of the web page. The reload time of the website is improved, and it also has other features like Redux, context API.
Yeah. Okay, great. Now come up with the next question. What are the hooks in React.js?
Yes, so hooks are the functional components that are used with hooks are some functions that are used with functional components for handling the state.
Like this is the rule here, right? Like if you want to use hooks, always you need to write top of the functional component, right?
Yes.
There are 2 type of components in React.js: class component, functional component.
Yes.
Nowadays we are going to prefer the functional component, right? Yes.
Yes.
What are the hooks you use in your project?
Yes, I have used use state mostly, use effect also I have used, use ref, use callback,
Use context. Yeah.
use context.
Okay, great. Now, like in your resume also, you have mentioned like agile practices you follow, right?
Yes.
Okay. As freshers level also you follow the agile practices, right? Oh, you did your internship also in level, right?
Yes.
Great. Then Gitanjali, questions again very simple. Like, what is agile and what are the ceremony like you follow in your project?
Okay.
Yeah.
So agile methodology is an SDLC approach, I would say, that works in an incremental order. So it is completely based on the feedbacks of the clients or feedbacks of the teammates. All the improvements are done on that basis, and it is a continuous process until and unless the project is delivered. And the main ceremonies of Agile, there are 4 ceremonies. First is sprint planning, wherein they plan about the cost estimation and development sprints. Stories are declared at foremost pace in the sprint planning phase.
Yeah.
Second is scrum call. So daily 15 minutes meeting is held wherein teammates discuss about what they did yesterday, what they are going to do today, and if there are any blockers in their work are discussed in this call. Next is backlog refinement. If there are any backlogs pending, then on priority they are completed. Last is sprint retrospective. This is held for having a positive energy in the work culture. If somebody has helped someone in accomplishing a particular story, so that person can thank them openly in the call.
Okay, great. Actually, at freshers level also you have given the good answer here. Now come up with the next, and this is again very commonly asked interview question for all. Like, Gitanjali, which is the most challenging task you handled in your project?
Yes. So I was recently working on an application called GST billing. In backend I had used Spring Boot only. So I was a part of audit and reporting team.
Yeah.
And me and my teammates encountered an issue related to the API performance. For that we had to implement caching, we had to implement pagination at higher level. And apart from this, I independently also implemented Java Mail Sender API in that project, for which I also got rewarded.
Okay, great to know. Okay, and now we'll come up with the conclusion for this interview as well. Yeah, Gitanjali, whatever answer you have given, those all are the correct actually. Okay, great. Then we'll come up with the audience as well. Thanks for watching this video. Then definitely we are going to continue with this series, and here we have started with the freshers interview, but upcoming days definitely we'll cover up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10-year experience level also. We are going to cover up the interview here. Then stay tuned with the Full Stack Java Developer YouTube channel, and please do share, subscribe the channel to get more updates. And if you want to learn Java full stack, then join us and start your career in full stack Java development.